In today's gospel, Jesus gives us a strong message about the importance of clearing space for God to work, decluttering the temple so God can communicate with his people. Jesus comes to the temple in Jerusalem, the dwelling of God's presence, and finds that God's house has been run over by buyers and sellers who have no interest in prayer or conversion of heart. Quickly, Jesus drives them out of the temple and fills it with his presence and teaching. Perhaps today's gospel is calling us to assess our own inner temples. In 1 Corinthians, St. Paul says, "Do you not know that you yourselves are God's temple, and that God's Spirit dwells in you? God's temple is holy, and you are that temple." Every now and then, it's a good idea to look at our own inner temples, to see if we have enough clear space for God to work in our lives and to hear God's word. Or do we have inner clutter that may be blocking out God's love and mercy? Sometimes hurt feelings over things that have happened in our past can make their home in us. We may have been wounded by what other people did or said to us, and we can't quite let go of the hurt. Our inner temple space may be occupied by anger, resentment, bitterness, and unforgiveness, and we are being robbed of God's healing and peace that come from asking for the grace to let go and be reconciled with others. Or our temple space may be occupied by guilt over our past sins or mistakes. We spend so much time focusing on ourselves and our shortcomings, living in self-rejection, fear, and anxiety over our imperfection, that we lose sight of Jesus standing right in front of us, offering us his mercy and forgiveness, freeing us for a hopeful future. Each of us may or may not know what is cluttering our inner temples and blocking the peace and joy of God's presence in us. Either way, take a moment today to invite Jesus into your inner temple to clear the clutter so you can experience his love and mercy. Jesus, the Good Shepherd, is standing at your temple door knocking. Let his loving presence fill your inner temple. Then we can be God's living temple of love and mercy in our world.